I'm Ben Meiselas from the Midas Touch network. The propaganda network known as Fox is getting more desperate and more weird each and every day. This is from the other night. This is propagandist Laura Ingraham. And in this segment that she did, she wanted to give advice to Donald Trump, right? Because when you are a news network, that's what you do. No, if you are a ridiculously traitorous propaganda network, that is what you do. And in this weird cult, they have to treat Donald Trump like a toddler. And so here you have Laura Ingraham doing a whole segment, making a presentation basically to Donald Trump saying, here is what we need you to do. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Here, play this clip.
So I'd suggest talk less about yourself, more about the American people. You met a lot of them. Voters don't want a replay of the greatest hits about Mueller or Adam Schiff, but they do want you to assemble the most talented advisors and probably best to treat them well. Surround yourself with givers, not takers. Serious policy people who know how to hit the ground running on day one. No more travel ban fiascos. Run a tight ship. And run against the Democrats, not the media. We all know the press is biased, newsflash. Don't dwell on it. Deal with it. And maybe, just maybe, drop the nicknames and the petty personal stuff. It was funny in 2016 and even in 2020, but I don't think it works with how serious the challenges are right now facing the country. I sense that the voters are weary of all of that stuff. So debate your opponents on the merits. You know the issues. You have a great record. Defend it.
And on the same network, streaming on their digital platform, Fox Nation, Piers Morgan Uncensored, they then have DeSantis, and they're doing the most work they could possibly do to try to prop up Ron DeSantis here. But when the Republican Party's a cult, it's hard to remove the cult leader from the cult. And they're seeing that. But in this interview with Ron DeSantis, you got Piers Morgan saying, well, he nicknames you DeSanctimonious and Trump calls you a meatball. What's your response to that? Here, play this clip.
What is your favourite nickname that Trump's given you so far? Is it Ron DeSanctimonious or Meatball Ron?
Well, I can't.
I think even he went off Meatball Ron.
I can't. I don't know how to spell DeSanctimonious. I don't really know what it means, but I kind of like it's long. It's got a lot of vowels. So we go with that. That's fine. You can call me whatever you want. Just as long as you also call me a winner.
Could we reflect just for a moment that in the Republican Party in 2023, your two top candidates are insurrectionists, are wannabe fascists, and they are talking about whether the nicknames for each other should be DeSanctimonious or they should call each other meatballs, right? Meanwhile, the Democratic Party, pro-democracy, pro-normal, is just out there putting in the work, acting like adults. And here's the point I always want to make over and over again. What's going on in the Republican Party is not normal. We cannot normalize this behavior. I know the large media networks like to do it, but they're out there, the leading candidates calling each other meatballs and DeSanctimonious, and you got Donald Trump making posts where he's calling district attorneys animals, and he's calling Jack Smith a flamethrower and a mad dog psycho. Not normal. Not normal. And I refuse to be gaslit. Speaking about refusing to be gaslit, this is Tucker, propagandist, fascist, Putin puppet. This is him on Fox the other night as well, like right after Laura Ingraham. What Tucker says is, I'll just play this clip of Tucker.
For the Chinese, it's just so easy. How do you win a war without fighting? By getting your adversary to kill himself. Well, how do you convince a strong, self-respecting, powerful country like ours that has ruled the world for 100 years to do that? Turns out it's pretty easy. You take a collection of dumb, desperate people in middle age, hoping to keep on to their stupid TV jobs. You add scripts and some hairspray, and they just repeat the lies for you, and then
I mean, did Tucker really just say that? Let's repeat what he said. He goes, how do you convince a strong country like ours to do that? It's pretty easy. You take a collection of dumb, desperate people hoping to keep their stupid TV jobs, and they just repeat the lies for you. So that pretty much defines what Fox is. But you see, the projection and the big lie repeats itself over and over and over again. It's all projection with them. Look, there's a reason that in Soviet Russia, their main paper was called Pravda, right? I mean, Trump's main social media platform is called Truth. Pravda means truth, which is the opposite of truth. It is spreading lies and disinformation over and over again. Just to show you how weird the cult is. And so this is from Ben Shapiro, just pathetic Ben Shapiro, who goes, this is what he puts in his post. He does a meme, a meme by Ben Shapiro. He goes, Donald Trump may be indicted by a rogue Manhattan DA. Naturally, his top target is Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, who has condemned the rogue Manhattan DA for a spurious possible indictment. And the meme is the road is splitting in two. The off-ramp says attacking Ron DeSantis, and going straight down the highway is attacking Alvin Bragg for a malicious prosecution. And Trump is depicted as a car in this meme going down the path to attack Ron DeSantis, taking that off-ramp, if you will. And so just look at some of these posts, though, from the Trump cult. This is why DeSantis, who helped hoist this cult, is not going to be able to defeat the cult leader. While most normal Americans, 65, 70% now, looks at this cult with disgust. And we're like, what the hell is this? Within the cult, you can't say anything bad about your cult leader. That's cult 101. And so here's what the cultists responded. You got Jackson Pokerney, who goes, Shapiro even shills for DeSantis. And this next person goes, well, it's good to see that DeSantis has finally found a way to distract attention from his disastrous handling of COVID-19 in Florida. And by the way, what they claim to be disastrous is when DeSantis at first was focused on promoting the vaccine and promoting masks. That's what, in MAGA world, that was a traitorous act by DeSantis to initially believe that the pandemic was a pandemic. Here's another meme that someone wrote. I would have fired Fauci. And then it's a photo of DeSantis giving a thumbs up with a young schoolgirl wearing a mask. And they are mocking DeSantis there for putting his thumbs up with a schoolgirl wearing a mask. Just some other statements. Mr. Shapiro, why are you such a shill lately? Then this person responds, lately, you must have been under a rock since 2020 because Ben loves lockdowns and he loves vaccines and has been paid by DeSantis. And then Jordan Schaefer writes, Ben, I've been a huge fan of DeSantis, but his speech regarding the indictment was a huge letdown of late. That's where DeSantis attacked the district attorney, but then made a comment that I can't comment on what occurred with respect to Donald Trump having a sexual encounter with a porn star and paying hush money. That outraged MAGA. How dare you say what happened? Colts Kill writes, sorry, but DeSantis really said, not my problem. I like the guy, but let's not get it twisted, says Colts Kill. Then you got Mags goes, the same effing bunch of kids from 2015, 2016 are now pushing DeSantis. They are just as equally insufferable. Little Ben Shapiro is leading the charge. Agreed. I stopped following Ben a few days ago. He was hard to listen to anyway. I want him to grow up so his voice changes. And this person goes, is Ron going to run or just keep hiding behind the governor of Florida thing? The North remembers, writes, kind of funny seeing all the media types chilling for DeSantis. You should disclose how much money he paid you to promote his campaign. Then this person responds, I believe it's more than 100,000 last time I checked, but they're going into hyperdrive recently, so it's probably a lot more right now. And then this person goes, old school liberal. Why do they even call themselves ourselves that. Ron DeSantis blows with the wind and has no core. As a congressman, he berated Obama for not doing more to help the Ukraine, then recently said war was a territorial dispute and not the U.S. vital interest. Today, Putin is a war criminal who must be held accountable. This next one, they compare him to Jeb Bush. And, again, I mean, the very nature that in the MAGA Republican Party, the idea that a global pandemic needs to be taken seriously is a problematic political position to take if you want to be a Republican in 2023 is one of the oddest things imaginable. The fact that you have a Republican Party that their political position is to be anti-vaccines generally is just such a very strange concept that is their political position that you have to espouse if you want to be in the Republican Party today, that they support insurrectionists, that they do not believe in free and fair elections. It is deranged. It is shocking that it's come to that. But look, pro-democracy, Democrats, independents, former conservatives, people who are independents, people not affiliated with political parties. Look, there's a broad coalition that is rejecting this insanity. Right now, the Democratic Party's acting like adults. Do I agree with them on every issue? No. But they're certainly working to try to get things done that are things that matter to the American people. Jobs and infrastructure, education, lowering prescription drug prices, making healthcare accessible and affordable, increasing wages, making sure a woman can control her own body, making sure that people are treated equally, protecting veterans, protecting seniors. These are real issues. These are real issues. But in MAGA Republican world, you're a meatball. No, you're a meatball. Oh, no, you're a desanctimonious meatball. What is that? What is that? And to some extent, is it funny? I mean, it's embarrassing. It's humiliating that exists, but we got to call it out. We got to call it out. And we got to call out the propaganda framework that allows this to happen. I'm Ben Meiselas from the Midas Touch Network. Hit subscribe. We are marching in the month of March to 1 million subscribers. Will you help us get there in the month of March? All you got to do is hit the subscribe button right now. Just right there. Subscribe. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. So if you're looking at YouTube, search for the subscribe button. Hit it, and boom, now you're subscribed. Also, turn your alerts on YouTube so you know when all these videos launch. Boom, you get a Midas update. Boom, you get another Midas update. Boom, you get another Midas update. Wherever you get your audio podcasts, just search Midas Touch Podcast. You can download it. It's free there as well. And if you want to become a member of our Patreon, since we're not funded by outside investors, and wherever you are in the world, you want to support the growth of this media network, you go to patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Go check it out, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Join one of the memberships there. There's cool exclusive memberships that you can join, but most importantly, it helps grow this independent platform. So thank you so much for watching this. Now, please hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Again, it's free. Thank you so much. I am Ben Meiselas from the Midas Touch Network.
Our blue wall stopped the red wave and election deniers got denied election. That's why we're celebrating with the new Democracy Prevails team. We've got lots of work to do, but we should all be proud that when democracy was tested, democracy prevailed. You've earned this. Don't wait. Get yours right now at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.